Thanks for having us here tonight.
Thank you.
This is your first time playing in Brutal Assault. What do you think about, in general, about the venue, the place, and the people and the crowd?
I think Brutal Assault's a wonderful festival. Wonderful festival. And I was fortunate enough to get to play it last year with Kerry King. It's the first time but we've known of it for many years, and it was a great. And I knew that when we were playing it this time, that it was going to be just as wonderful. And I saw the grounds last year, and I love the animals and stuff. And I was telling him, because I know Rob loves animals as well, but it's more than just the animals. It's such the community here and the people who come to it know what to expect. And it was absolutely spectacular. And I think not only did it surpass the expectations I already had, but I don't even know what the expectations they had, but I definitely think it surpassed what they did because it's an amazing. The energy is absolutely incredible, and the environment,
Today the weather was much better for you.
It was
your
good.
chance.
Yeah, the weather was good actually because compared to where we've been playing lately, that wasn't even as hot.
Yes.
It was hot, but it's
hot,
been hotter
but,
when we've.
for example, first day it was both hot and very sunny.
Oh yeah.
It was difficult too.
And of course, it was raining earlier, so that was nice that the rain stopped for our set. And I loved everything about it. I love the crowd. I love this fortress. It's fucking awesome.
And while we were playing at one point, I'm on stage, we're playing, the pit's huge. I look up on the mountainside and I just saw a line of sheep running by. And I'm like, yeah! I pointed to them.
that is brutal.
They did.
I know there. I was there, and it was a good set. Thanks for the performance, by the way.
Thanks.
And you released your last album, Humanicide, in 2019, and it's been a while. Are you planning to release some new stuff? Do you already have some stuff ready?
Yes and yes.
Yes. Yeah. Because we have already released 2 singles.
I know that.
Yep. We may have another one on the way, but other than that, without giving too much away, we are currently in the process of writing and demoing the songs for the next release. So it's definitely we're in the process of it for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And now you're the vocalist in Kerry King's band, and it makes you a busier man, I suppose.
Pardon?
It makes you a busier man.
It does make me a busier man, but I'm also a man who needs to be busy because when I'm not a busier man, I'm a destructive man. Maybe self-destructive, but it goes beyond self-destruction. It also leaks out towards others, and my life's better if I'm busy for everyone around me and
So
myself.
you like being busy?
Yes,
That's the point.
absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
That's good for you then.
It is. I have an energy problem and a anger problem, and I need to be busy.
And I can completely feel that because actually I need to be busy too, and in some certain parts I was busy doing other things, but I was trying to take care of other things, and there's music's like consuming your whole life, like the entire time, everything revolves around your music schedule, your whole life, and everyone around you has to just deal with that, because that's what it is. And so at some point I was like, okay, I need to focus on some other stuff for a minute, and then I realized, how Mark was saying, I need to get busy because then
I need to get busy.
I need to be busy, and it's easier to be busy. We're just used to that. That's our flow. So we've been busy this year already, touring for months and months, and then now we're gonna focus on the new music as well and more touring, and we're gonna be very busy because it keeps us out of trouble.
And it's for him. He likes to be busy.
Well, it's for all of us.
It's for all of us.
Yeah.
It's for all of us.
Yes.
We need to be busy, like it or not. We're better off that way.
We are.
I wonder something. Of course, we all love Slayer. Slayer is, Slayer.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Slayer.
I fucking love Slayer.
Yeah. And sometimes people think that Kerry King is a hard guy to interact with. Is it easy or is it comfortable for you to be friends in a band with Kerry King? Of course, first of all, it's his band.
Well, you're talking to me now. So, I can see what you mean for people on the outside of it. Yeah, of course. He's, but when you're in a band with him, he's actually he's pretty wonderful, and he's I consider him one of my dearest friends, and he's great. He's funny. He is absolutely hilarious, and his work ethic is it's insane. So he's very prolific. He's constantly busy, but it's just you got to crack the exterior shell that people see from the outside. But once you get in there, and you're in that inner world, he's just as social and funny as anyone you'd ever come across. It's just his approach is maybe different, and it's I think that in a sense it's always been the lore of Slayer, because even from the days of the spikes and the nails and all that, it was daunting, and moving forward, it's always been that sense. But again, I'm in the band, so in the band, it's a wonderful work environment. There's never anything tense about it. It's run very well. But from an outsider's point of view, I could definitely see how people aren't. I could just see how they're leery to approach him, and I could see why they would think that way or feel that way or be made to feel that way. So there you go. I mean, we've toured with him. There you go. That's basically the nicest way I could put it. He's my fucking bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, so that you could just phone him and tell, hey bro, I must be with you in the band. I read that on the internet.
Well, I didn't phone him. I texted just saying, I'm gonna throw my name in the hat. And then, his text back was, well, I'd be lying if I didn't say it hasn't crossed my mind. Yeah.
It's been 43. I had to look at it once more. Years since the first demo came out for Death Angel.
43.
3 years.
We're not even that old.
No.
It's unbelievable to see that. And when you look back to that stretch of time, how do you consider yourself? Do you think there were so many failures to be undone, or to act differently to make maybe things better?
I mean, that's such as life. You
I
learn,
know.
you learn from your pitfalls and whatnot, but at the same time, that's what's made us stronger as a unit. I mean, we've done things from albums that people think are successful, and there's probably people within the band itself that think that particular album's maybe a failure. So, tell you the truth, it's just your outlook on anything. We like to, if one of us, we're such a team that's how we even look at a live show. So live performance, me and Rob will usually know within half the first song if one of us is having a shitty show, and we take up the slack. And it's a natural. We can look each other in the eye immediately and be like, "Oh man, I'll feel for him or he'll feel for me." Within the first half of the first song, we know that's how connected we are. And what you do is you make up for it. Like it's almost like we at least our outlook is we think of it like a sports team. It's like, well, pass the ball, feed the ball to me. Feed the ball to me. I get it. This and that's and if I'm the injured one on that stage that day, and I say injured meaning again referring to sports, I'll feed the ball to him. And that's how we do it. And as long as we think collectively like a team, we overcome the difficulties we have, whether it be on stage or off stage in the studio or anything of that nature.
And when I look at you, man, I can see that you're close friends still, and it's really incredible.
Cousins.
I know that, but you're
Well, we
not
are.
bored of each other. That's good. It looks like so.
Well, you point out that it's like 43 years and like the whole thing, like maybe like whatever, looking back on, but in all honesty, for like, I'm sure it's the same for both of us, but like, you acknowledge that all happened, and like, of course you realize that, and it's brought to your attention daily. By outer sources, it's brought to your attention, so you're made to think about it, acknowledge it. But honestly, just like, I mean, I don't know, we just are thinking about now. You know what I mean? Like in your own mind, I'm not sitting around like reminiscing. Like I'm like, we're just moving forward and like we're proud of the past and everything we've done, but like everything is just all about what's happening like right now.
Maybe the people who will, the viewers should get some inspiration from your talkings.
Well, it's
I
not
guess.
even just music. It's music, but it goes along with life. Because for us,
Yes, of
music
course.
is our life. So it's one and the
Absolutely.
same. And like I don't know. Again, we're proud of, and we love everything that we've had to go through. But in the end of the day, you're just where you are in that moment right now. You don't sit around like just thinking about your past that too much. You just
Yes,
keep going.
yes. Now it's internet and social media era, so things are, of course, different from the days you first
Very,
started. And
very.
hundreds and thousands of bands are trying to be known to make themselves a name. And we can see that it's easy to put something on a media, but it's not so easy to be so reachable.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things. It's very difficult to be noticeable. Would you have any advices, or is it possible for someone to make things true and to make a name for themselves
You just have to
these
do it
days?
your own way with your
Yeah.
own strategy and your own artistic expression. And of course, unfortunately, or whatever, it's kind of, to me, it's unfortunate, but you have to acknowledge it. Like you can't even try to exist and not have social, like, of course, your presence in social media is like required at this point for like all humans almost, but especially if you're in a band or you're something that you want people to promote, you want people to see, and you want to get your message out there, you have to use social media. So it's like you have to figure out how you separate, what you're using for strategy or promotion, and also consider what you're using it for, a purpose of entertainment and delivering content and things to fans, and getting your stuff out there for people to enjoy and see what you're all about. So you just have to figure out your lane in there and do it. Lately, we've been definitely putting a lot more towards it. And it's been fun because we're like trying different we're just trying different things and like showing like the inside way that the band is like, kind of, you get the behind the scenes like
Kind of
thing.
intimacy, I guess.
Intimacy and a lot of stuff that's like super funny, because we are laughing the whole fucking time. Like if you would be around us, like
We
generally
can see
we're
that.
fucking having a funny time. It's funny. Like we make a lot of fucking fun about a lot of shit and have jokes and stuff. So it shows a true nature of the band having fun and stuff and letting loose and like messing around. So we have a lot of funny stuff going on, and people seem to like humorous entertainment. It's a nice break from all the fucking negative shit that you're seeing out there. So why not see something that's lighthearted and makes you smile? And then when you see us on stage, we're fucking full on aggressive, and you see the other side of us and the high contrast of it. I think it's kind of cool for people to see that.
Yeah, it's a double-sided coin. That's basically it. At the same time, people ask us, can we give advice to younger bands and stuff? And yeah, just, keep focused and whatnot. And, the one thing we do is we always deliver live, but the
course,
same
that's the main
thing,
thing.
yeah. But at the same time, it's like, damn, younger bands can give us advice on social media, And that's why I'm saying our social media has come a long way, because we have, people involved in it that are a different generation than us. But, they do latch onto our lighthearted, the lighthearted side of us that is humorous all the time and joking around, and it's a perfect marriage with with social media, that we are like that. They're not taking us and making us try to be funny. We just we always have been kind of humorous, and we find ourselves in
That's
these
really great.
hilarious situations. So
It sounds like a pirate ship on our bus
yeah,
at night.
yeah.
You don't even know how
So yeah, so we give advice, but yet we also take advice, and we're open to it. It's something it's still a learning process for us as well. But as far as when it comes down to music for younger bands, just believe in yourself and focus on your music. Be true to who you are and proud of what you do.
Thank you very much. I'm
Absolutely,
out of my
thank you.
time.
You're out of your time.
Appointing me. Thank you very much. It's
Cheers.
a pleasure to meet you guys. And thanks for sharing your precious time.
Absolutely, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers. Can I have this?